Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Pop Spot, where we pop about all the spots we love in professional wrestling. I am your host, Andre C. Right over here, joining me as almost always, it's my boy AWS. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, Andre. It's been a good weekend. Always fun to go out and support local Edmonton wrestling. I have I have a lot of emotions that I have spent last night. There was a lot of feelings had. Uh, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Feelings, they suck, eh?
Well, they only suck when you don't have them.
No, they suck when you have them too.
No, they can suck when you do have them. Yesterday was very fun. Me and this guy, we went to see a movie. We went to see Now You See Me, Now You Don't, which I enjoyed way more than I thought I was going to.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that movie. It's a great movie.
It was pretty good. Like, I didn't see the first two ones, but that third one, it seemed to have a sense of finality to it. It really did tie everything together, and I love what they did with the twist.
Yeah, but they also left it open enough. They tied everything up, but they left it open enough they want to do something else with the franchise.
Yeah, well, yeah. I hope they do something else because I would want to see that.
You said dude.
I did, yes. And then after that, we kind of just parked around. We watched some of Big Bad Boris's 40-hour Extreme, which he finished a couple hours ago. Congrats, my guy.
Yeah, as we record this Sunday, so yeah, he finished that this afternoon, and yeah, that's 40 hours. And I know I was watching him last night until 2:30, or technically this morning, and then I woke up. I was having trouble sleeping, so I ended up back up at like 6:30 and started watching for a while before I had to do shows this morning and other stuff. But yeah, he was getting a little wobbly at points.
Now he can rest. He deserves that rest. And then after that, we went to the Royal Canadian Legion, where I watched and Andre ring announced RCW Ignition from the Norwood Legion. He's got the poster. There it is. There's the poster right there.
Rolling fresh out the kitchen. Mama rolling that body.
God, that song. That is.
Yeah, I know. We don't talk about that person anymore, but
yeah, but the song
it's a song. It's Ignition, and the show is Ignition. So I had to.
Yeah,
I had to.
That is a song indeed, featuring RCW Ignition, featuring 8 matches, including the first defense of one King of the North, your RCW Canadian champion and mine, Rich King.
Yeah,
and featuring the return of one Ginha up there.
Yeah.
Very, very excited to talk about this show. You can tell a show is good when even the Steve Wilde match is good.
Okay. Steve Wilde matches are usually generally good, just boring to us.
Okay, allow me to rephrase. You can tell a match is good when I'm not bored by a Steve Wilde match. I swear, if he ever watches this show, he is going to kill me at one of these shows.
It's still so mean, but I get it.
It's unfortunately mean, but like he is legendary. I give him his chops.
Yeah.
But
Let's get in the first match.
All right, let's talk about the show. Yeah, match number 1 was a mixed tag contest. It is the team
gender tag. There was men versus women in this.
No, it was intergender. I don't know why I said mixed tag. It's a tag team match. We get Moondog Manson and the returning Vicky Vicious versus.
Well, this is technically our first time in RCW in Edmonton.
First time in RCW. Sorry, second time in the city.
Yeah,
first time we saw Vicky was at Top. Yeah, and she did great there. Very excited to see her come back. And they're taking on the team of the Lion Warrior Bobby Sharp and the German powerhouse Kat Von Heez. Always the team of husband and wife, the team of the Bobcat. Very, very fun contest to start off. We open up with Moondog in the ring with Bobby, and we get the standard, Moondog clubs to the back. This is the stuff he always does to ease us in, Then we get
Okay. So
Yeah.
what things about?
Oh yeah, we get this bit. Sorry. Pre-match. Please explain the pre-match.
As ring announcer, am supposed to go around and collect everybody's stuff and bring it to the back. It's you grab jackets, you grab stuff people walk out with, and so I grabbed Bobby and Kat stuff. I grabbed Vicky. I don't know if I grabbed anything from Vicky. Then I grabbed
Moondog's bat and chain.
that is Spike is barbed wire bat
Seal.
chain. And I took everything to the back. And then all of a sudden, I feel this clubbing blow come from behind me when I'm in the back. Get knocked down. The bat and the chain disappear. And I get up, and all I have is the clothes. I'm like
okay. And now I'll give you.
Going,
now I'll give you my perspective. Obviously, Moondog gets into the ring. He's ready to start. And then he's like, no. Wait. He gets out of the ring. He goes to the back. He clearly attacks you. And then when he comes back out, he has his bat and his chain, and he yells at the top of his lungs, "I feel naked without my toys."
I didn't know that part because I was getting up off the ground after being.
Yeah, you were.
I didn't even know it was him. It could have been anybody that stole them from me. I don't know who hit me. I just felt a club from the back. I fell to the ground, and then the bat and the chain were gone. And then when I got back out there, they were back at the ring. So I don't know who did it. It could have been the new Jeffrey, the referee. It could have been him. I don't know.
Oh my God! What the heel turn on the first appearance? Jeffrey, the referee. Come on, man.
I don't know. I don't know who did it to me because I know he was out there in the ring. So I don't know if it was him.
To be fair, it could have been anyone because all I saw was
Moondog. Could have been the bartender for all I know.
Yeah, all I saw was Moondog go through the curtain and Moondog leave with his stuff.
Yeah.
We get later in the match, and we get
Bobby. One more thing. So he yells, "I've been training," and some fan in the crowd yells, "What? Now you have 2 moves?"
That's so mean, man.
And he laughed that one off, but
yeah, that's so mean.
They might not be wrong.
He's got at least 5.
He's more of a brawler than anything.
That's a fair point. We get Bobby with the move of the match, airplane spin, baby. Beautiful airplane spin.
Yeah,
real 1970s Gorilla Monsoon job on this one. We get a bit more. We get Moondog coming back. Here's his 2 moves. He hits his 2 moves according to this one fan. Club to the back, and the trifolded Moscover family credenza.
Oh, what?
That was move number 3 on Jericho's list of 1001 moves.
I mean the 3
behind arm drag and arm bar.
The 3 handled?
Did I say okay? I wrote it sincerely.
I love how it's being improved upon.
Yeah,
tri-handled.
See that only Moondog could do that.
Yeah.
We get a hot tag to Kat after a long stretch of Moondog beating Bobby down. We get a big strike combination from Kat, her like big kick combination with like the knee. Samoan drop hits a big senton on Bobby or on Moondog. God, I am a mess today.
Well, she hit one on Vicky in the match and looked like she just crushed her. And then she hit one on Moondog, the one you're talking about, and just crushes him.
Yeah. And then we get the finish. Kat Samoan drops Moondog again, and this is the one where she kind of crushes Moondog a bit. Tag to Bobby. Bobby hits a frog splash on Moondog. Goes for the pin. Vicky comes into the ring and breaks the tag. And as soon as the pin is broken, Moondog just gets up, goes for his chain, hits Bobby in the face with the chain right in front of Jeffrey, the referee. Ding, 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 DQ. And Moondog and Vicky lose the match to Bobcat. It was a fun match. There was a lot of back and forth. It was a pretty standard tag match for most of it, but I was happy with it. And we did get a little post-match where, Vicky goes to admonish Moondog because, you cost us the match.
Well, he wrapped his arm in the chain and was going to beat up on Kat and Bobby more, and Vicky stopped him, so he clocked her.
Yeah, he clocks Vicky, which, wow, dick. And then Moondog just sort of leaves the ring to give people space. Kat and Bobby get back up, and then they help Vicky up, and we get a little show of respect. The first one of the night, show of respect. I did count. There were a few of them. Show of respect. Vicky sort of turns face at the end. Happy with it. She bows to the crowd a bit. Yeah. It's a little good thing. This was a good match. Very happy with it.
It's fun. It was a fun opener, right? Like, it was a good time. Just kind of get the crowd warmed up. The crowd seemed to be really behind Bobby and Kat here.
Yep.
I know over where the side we were on, because like where I'm sitting by the entrance, you guys are the seats right near me. Yeah. And very loud, like just a few guys in front in the front row.
Yeah,
very loud but very passionate fan. I really enjoy how much they get into it.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about those guys later. They were very into the show.
Yeah.
So we move on to match number 2 of the evening, and we get Big Mo Luke, the second show in a row for RCW where he kind of has trouble with his music. I think this is just kind of a running gag at this point, because the last show he was at was that outdoor show.
Yeah. And then, I was still having problems with my mic at this point. I was having problems with mic in the first one. I had problems with mic in the second. We got it solved by the third match, but yeah.
Thankfully.
Because my mic was cutting out so much, I said, screw it. And I just started yelling for Moses Luke. I finished his intro with the yelling, and I turned, and he's filming me while I'm doing it. And I'm just like, yeah. In his camera.
We do love that. Yeah, so Moses Luke, he's taking on a man by the name of Justin Tyme.
So I could not find a graphic for this gentleman, as he is very new. He is what I was explaining to, an MPW trainee, or trains at MPW. So I don't have a graphic for this gentleman, and I'm because this was the first time he had come to RCW. So I'm very sure their graphics guy did not have a graphic for this gentleman, so I went with a shadow.
Yeah, all right.
I'm sorry, Justin. I really am.
My apologies to Justin Tyme. Do get in contact with myself or Andre if you want to give us a graphic that we can use for future shows. That would be great.
If you have a shot, give it to us, and we'll use it in future shows, or we can get Dave to take a picture.
So this match was very fun. It was also very quick paced. This is the first time I've ever seen Moses break out the old collar and elbow, the old classic. So this goes on for the first 2 minutes where he's just doing normal wrestling to try and see if this kid can move him, and it almost works like a couple of times. Where he just barely moves Moses, and then he just gets pushed away by Moses.
They build this match around this kid trying to take Moses down. That is the ultimate story. Is this kid Justin Tyme, who's $160, $165, I think, somewhere around there.
There's literally a 360-pound difference.
No, 260. I apologize, 260. Because Mo Luke said he's 420 something. This kid was he was 420. The kid was 161. That is a 200. I messed my math.
Your math was off. Okay, yeah.
So it's a 260-pound weight difference.
Yeah,
that is a whole Trent Hendricks and a bit.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Trent Hendricks is like 245.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a whole Trent Hendricks plus a few more pounds.
Yeah.
So that's a whole Scotty Ace's hat.
Yeah, that is a whole Scotty Ace's hat. So true. We get Moses being a bit, he's kind of like having fun with this kid. He pushes him into the corner, puts him up on the top like a high chair. He gives him a few chops. Then he eventually gives up. He's like, "Okay, kid, you get a free move. Do whatever you want." And he kind of like bows his head a little bit. Do whatever you want. Justin goes for the headlock. And he's got the good headlock in it. He's got it cinched in. And then Moses picks him up and just power bombs the kid. I'm like, oh God, he's dead.
Yeah, he just crashed that kid. He just crashed that kid to the mat. Oh, so
yeah. Later in the match, Justin fires up and gets a few more shots in. He gets a lariat. It doesn't do much. He bounces off the ropes, gets another lariat. Oh, Moses is wobbling a little bit. Third lariat, he's down to one knee. And then he bounces off the rope, and Justin goes for this massive crossbody. He manages to a little massive for him. He manages to topple Moses with the crossbody, and he gets a 2 count, which really actually did pop the crowd. People were
the crowd
really
went wild for this.
They were
because
getting
they've been building this kid getting him down. The crowd was ready for him to get a pin, and the dudes that were in front of us or in front of you guys were the ones like, what? He's like freaking out, like, what? How is that not 3? And like,
yeah,
and he would be a character throughout this entire show.
It was a great arc, and unfortunately, it was one that ended poorly for Justin because they get back up. Moses manages to hook him over his shoulders, hits a massive cradle shock for the 3 and the win. Big Mo Luke picking up the big win on Ignition, giving him a bit of momentum leading into his next show, which is probably in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
I heard rumors that he would probably be at the Vince Austin show.
I heard rumors that he's still in Edmonton.
That's wow.
I heard rumor. I have confirmation. He's at the Legion eating chili.
I respect that. I mean, if you were going to go to the Legion for anything, it's either the pancake breakfast.
As we record this,
yeah, it's either the pancake breakfast or the chili. So
he's there. He's there for the great cup party at the Legion today. So
nice. Nice. That's cool.
Yeah,
that was a great match. It was very fun. But not as fun as this next match. So this match was billed as Kato versus T.Y. Jackson. So Hollywood Kato.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Hollywood
Kato.
Hollywood Kato versus T.Y. Jackson. So Hollywood Kato comes out, NWO Rockhouse music playing. He's doing the thing. Everyone's booing him, which is like the people right in front of us thought it was actually Hulk Hogan, despite the fact that Hogan is dead.
Yeah.
Which honestly, that made my night when I heard about it. I think
they got a kick out of Hollywood Kato, though.
They did, and if they got a kick out of a lot more than Hollywood Kato. Ty comes out and he runs around the ring, and I'm actually getting drinks at this point. But Ty sees me and he's like, "No, you get over here," and he hugs me.
Nice.
Like, yeah, that's nice. I'm okay with that. So he gets in the ring, and Kato cuts a promo, and he's like, "Listen, we both know that we faced each other in singles match before. I want to show you that I'm a great tag team specialist. So let's say I have a partner, you find a partner real quick. We do a little tag match, and clearly they got the okay from you, which is fine.
I didn't even make the decision. They just did it.
Yeah, it just sort of worked. Ultimate Warrior's music hits.
I literally leaned into Tio. I'm like, "Who's your partner?" And he's like, and he tells me. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Good. So, Ultimate Warrior's music hits. And out comes Ultimate Trent Hendricks. He's doing the whole thing. He's running around the ring. He's got the face paint on. He's shaking the ropes. He's doing it perfectly. It's so good. And if you were going to pick anyone to play Ultimate Warrior, it would be Trent.
Oh, yeah.
Super well done. So T.Y.'s sitting there, and he's like, and it's sort of like who's his partner gonna be?
Well, T.Y. called out. He brought Trent Hendricks out as his partner, but Kato then says, "No, he's not your partner. He's mine." And Trent attacks T.Y. from behind.
T.Y. gets out of the ring, and then Pomp and Circumstance hits. Da, 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 da. And out comes Macho Mitch Clark.
Yep.
The Macho King of Ultraviolence.
Yep.
He
is T.Y. Jackson's partner. He comes out. It's a very rad reunion, I'm going to say.
Very rad reunion. He's also doing it perfectly. He's got the tassels. He's doing the arms and this thing.
Do you want to know something funny about all that?
Yeah,
That's just Mitch Clark. That's just Mitch Clark's gear. He just owns that gear because that's literally gear he used to use.
Yeah, that's
before
so
the
hilarious.
ultraviolet, before he became the ultraviolence. That was like the look he went with the Macho Man look.
Yeah, so good. Honestly, like all of that intro sequence was
I
hilarious.
think that was during his magnificent Mitch Clark era.
Okay, you're gonna have to teach me about that one off the clock.
Yeah, that's like early LPW. You got magnificent Mitch Clark.
Oh, I have to do some research now. So, first, like one of the first moves of this match, immediately throwing out the Rads flashback with the inverted atomic drop in Bulldog. Mwah.
The Rich King TY combo right there.
Holy boy, the Rads are back. We get Ultimate Trend, specifically playing Ultimate Warrior perfectly by immediately stopping any high flying spots and keeping it on the ground as the Ultimate Warrior would do.
Yep.
we get let's see here. We get Ultimate Trend with a massive lariat to, I think it was to Mitch. Very cool looking. We get a hot tag to Mitch. He does a spot on macho impression with, again, the spinning of the hand and whatnot. He does the big crowning Kato, big double axe handle on him. Then he.
Oh, you just pulled out a Jimmy the King reference, didn't you?
Yep.
Ready to rumble. Hit him with the
He
crown.
does crown him. Later in the match, TY goes for a swanton. Trent manages to knock him down onto his ballocks. Right down. He balls him on the turnbuckle. That was terrible. Oh my god, I need to stop. Tren and Kato hit their tag super move, where Kato pulls TY up into a powerbomb position, and Tren is standing right behind him. Tren catches him, and then hits a one-winged angel.
Which is then broken up. The pin is then broken up by Mitch to make the save because TY was dead.
Yeah, he would. No one has kicked out of Tren's one-winged angel yet. No one in any promotion that he's worked for has kicked out of it yet. I don't think.
Did Harlan?
I don't think. Did Harlan do that in his match? I don't think
anybody
he did.
has. It's Harlan.
Yeah, Harlan would be the only possibility. But yeah, so Mitch breaks the tag, breaks the pin. Mitch manages to rally TY back, and he gets the tag, and he drops Tren. I think he drops Tren. Then he hits the picture perfect Macho Man elbow. It looked honestly as good as Mach's. So that was beautiful. He gets the big win there off of that Macho elbow. Team Rads, TY and Macho Mitch Clark. Oh, yeah. There we go.
Yeah, we did it. That's close we can get, so.
We made it work. And post-match promo, TY calls them both ugly.
It's true.
It's true. He did do that. And he sets up they set up two matches for the next show. TY versus Kato. No disqualification. The last match of all time between these two men. And Mitch, he pulls out the macho impression at the start where he's trying to do it. And he's like, "Ooh, yeah, and I want you, Tren." And he just stops doing it halfway through.
That's a hard voice to do.
It is a hard voice to do.
Well, it's not. It's okay. You can get the graveless, but to continue doing that graveliness is tough on the throat, man. It really is.
It is. It is very tough on the throat. He does a bit of a macho impression for the first half. He says he wants Tren umano a mano, or whatever you can say, or whatever you say, which is hilarious.
Yeah, so yeah, we're getting it. It looks like it's going to be Tren versus Mitch for that North American Championship next month.
Yeah.
Not next month, later this month, in 2 weeks.
Yeah, in a couple weeks. And TY hits the finishing line on the promo saying that we as the Rads touch tips, shake hips, and win championships.
Yep.
God, that was such a cool Rads callback. Feels like we haven't had the Rads in a long time, and I needed that. I needed that in my life right then. So that was good.
Well, again, with all the animosity that the Rads are having with each other over in LPW, it's kind of trickled down to RCW, and we haven't seen Rich and TY work together in a while. And
you want to know why? All because of fucking Larry.
Fucking Larry.
Before I go into like a 10-minute rant about Larry, we move on to match number 4 of the evening. It is the legendary Steve Wilde versus LPW newcomer and first. I think this is his first time in RCW, to my knowledge.
No, he was at the last show. He tagged with JJ Spade, the show you missed.
Oh yeah, no, he was in that big 8-man monstrosity at the show that I wasn't at.
Yeah, you did watch the match though.
I did watch the match and I was on the show, but I remember it better if I'm in the building.
Oh, 100%.
Anyway, it's Jaxx Wilder. So this match, it does. I do like that. I feel like they paired these two together because they have a similar last name, Wilde versus Wilder. Who is the most wild man in RCW? That sort of thing. I think that's a pretty fun little pairing.
It's definitely Jaxx.
Yeah, it is. And he proves that pretty quick with a really cool looking crossbody right at the beginning. He does like this weird twisting crossbody, and it was really cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not reading that one. Steve, he just chops Jaxx in the corner quite a few times. And it's in the corner right where we are because the guys right in front of us just all of a sudden morphed into Steve Wilde fans and were like eating out of the palm of this guy's hand.
This will be the first time I talk about this. No matter what you think about a person, no matter what you think about Steve Wilde, he knows how to work people.
He is very charismatic.
When he wants to be, he can get people to hate him. He can get people to love him. And he got these people were in front of us were loving Steve Wilde. I don't understand it, but they were.
I mean, I respect to Steve for getting fans and respect to them for having an opinion. But yeah, no, he just chopped.
I know I saw a bunch of people buying some old school violence gear from him at intermission and stuff. So,
which is, I mean, good for him. We get a lot of chops from Steve, and then we get the proverbial wrench in his boot, rears its head. He does the thing
from the boot to the pants, and this is where we had referee Jeffrey the referee again.
Yeah, Jeffrey the referee.
Yeah,
just because
we need. Yeah,
because he doesn't know. It's his first time roughing a Steve Wilde match. How could he know?
That we know of. At least here in Edmonton, that we know. He might have refereed Steve Wilde before. I don't know.
Yeah, it was at this point I had to quickly step out and go to the bathroom.
So I will take over. A lot of some more back and forth here throughout. Again, Steve Wilde cheating, but Jackson fights back, gets some good strikes. Is kind of getting the best of Steve Wilde until he goes for a big splash in the corner, and Steve Wilde catches him up in the air and snake eyes him into the flapjack, dropping him face first onto the turnbuckle. Then he pulls him out into the center, snapdragon for the win.
I did come back as the snapdragon was happening. It did look really good.
Yeah, 100%. Again, I enjoyed this match. I thought these did very well. Again, strong match. I give props to both these men for this match. Very good. Solid good work here.
For sure. Absolutely. And I agree. It was a pretty fun match. Can't complain. We move on to the match before intermission. Match number 5 of the evening.
This was awesome.
This was a crazy contest. It is Ezmeraldo Romano Fugazi versus Harlon Abbott. It is a match that was billed as student versus teacher because Ezmeraldo was trained by Harlon Abbott at the Top Talent School. They slapped 6 shades of shit out of each other.
Yeah, this match went a while. But I gotta give this match every props. They had this crowd like living.
Except for one person.
Yeah, but he doesn't count. We don't talk about him. He there's something wrong with him that he doesn't like good things. He doesn't like good things. So there's something
That's
wrong
his
with him.
problem.
But yeah, holy shit, this crowd was going nuts throughout this match, and it just kept building and building and building and building. And when there's a spot in here when Fugazi hits a spear in the middle of the match, that the crowd just went insane. He goes for the pin, 1, 2, and Harlon kicks out, and the guys in the front row are like up on their feet going, "What the?" And they're getting so mad. Yeah. That the pin, and then Harlon hits a big move, and he gets a 1, 2 at times, and then they're up again going, "What the?" Like they're crazy, like they can't believe that it's not ending. Yeah. And oh my god, this was it.
It was cool. It was a cool contest because the first third of the match was basically just Harlon beating the crap out of Ezzy. Mm-hmm. It was just. I wrote in my notes that this entire first third is basically the X-rated B-side of Taxi Driver. It is just someone brutally beating a taxi driver looking guy for like 7 or 8 minutes.
He has the newsy cap on and everything.
Yeah, no, someone was like, "Oh, it's just some Boston guy," and then Andreas was just like, "Hey, I'm walking here" for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, yet he kept calling him Luigi for some reason.
Like, what? Come on, man.
Again, there is something wrong with him. He doesn't understand good things.
I get that he has a long name, but you can just call him Ezzy. He's okay with that. Yeah. We get, I do want to point this out. We get a massive spine buster from, I believe it was from Harlon. Big spine on the pine. He goes for the pin. There's a big kick out at 2. And this is the first of, I counted, 8 times where Andreas bitched about it being an Ospreay match. And again, great. Andreas has a problem understanding good things.
Yeah, Ospreay matches are some of the greatest things in this world. So I don't even care what he has to say anymore at this point because this match was amazing. And it was so crazy. Give us a couple more highlights.
Yeah, we get. We get a big double clothesline, and they both knock each other down spot.
The crowd went nuts.
The crowd built so much; it was like a huge crescendo. They immediately they get back up at like 7 or 8 on the count, and then they just do a bunch of quick pin attempts. We get a crucifix, we get a backslide, we get a small package, and they all break out at 2. And every time the crowd got louder and louder, and Andreas got angrier and angrier. A couple other things. We get Ezzy with a brand new move. He hits a famouser, or as I called it, a famazy, which is stupid. I find it funny though. Harlon hits his big cannonball, and then we get the finish, the finishing sequence.
No. It should be the famouser.
The famouser.
Yeah, that's what it should be. The famouser.
We get the finishing sequence. Fugazi hits his Superman punch, and then he rolls Harlon up post Superman punch. Gets 1, 2, but Harlon manages to just turn the pin just at the last second. Pulls Ezzy's shoulders over. 1, 2, 3. Crowd goes wild. The 5 guys right in front of us go wild because they were huge Harlon fans by the end of the match.
Huge, both of these guys fans. No, because they were cheering for Ezzy. They were cheering for Harlon. It was crazy.
It was, yeah. I had doubts about this match. This is the weird thing that happens to me with Harlon matches. I tend to enjoy them more after the fact than while I'm watching them.
Yeah, because you think about all the spots like, damn, that was good. Damn, that was
good. It was an incredibly well booked set of sequences.
And then the post match, Harlon helps Ezzy up, and then just starts powerbombing the shit out of him. Just up, boom, up, boom. Teaser the healing driver, another powerbomb, boom.
Yep. That was I forgot to mention, third show of respect spot on this night, because we had the first one with Vicky, and the second one I forgot to mention was Mo giving Justin the respect he deserves, because he did deserve respect for that. The third one was this, and this was the first fake out one.
Yeah, because he powerbombed the shit out of him.
Yeah, he just powerbombed Ezzy like 4 times, and like we had to go to intermission after that because Ezzy had to like be helped out. It was brutal.
Yeah.
So
we went to intermission.
We went to intermission, and it was great. I got to buy this little beanie from Ginha. It was great. Then we came back. We got match number 6. It is a match of generational talent. It is the Scottish kill shot and the King of Scotland in another promotion. It is Krieger, our favorite man, Krieger, versus another one of our favorites, RCW International Tag Team Champion, the man with the biggest hat in the business. It is Scotty Ace.
No, it's a normal size hat. It's just the heaviest hat in the business.
That's what I meant.
His neck muscles are insane.
He is jacked in his neck.
I think the hat was weighing in at like 278 pounds tonight.
Like his hat was the difference.
It was almost double. It was almost double the weight of Scotty Ace.
His hat was it was basically the difference between Moses, Luke, and Justin Tyme. It's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. So this match,
I heard some lore behind this hat. So I'm worthy of this hat because I can pick it up. Because I heard from some people at a show, another show in a different town, that people weren't able to lift the hat. If you know your Thor logic, you have to be worthy enough to pick up the hat.
So the hat is Mjolnir?
It has the property of the Mjolnir right here. So I'm at least worthy enough to carry it. I don't know if I could have that hat on my head because it might break my neck. But
I feel like if you put the hat on, you'd have that moment in Ed, Edd and Eddy where they throw the bowling ball at Ed's face and his neck just goes back.
Yeah. But yeah, like I'm at least worthy enough to carry it. I know that, but because I picked it up and I could. So
this match here starts off pretty good off the bat. We get a few good fast spots from Scotty. Scotty hits a big Scott set flip for 2. That was a lot of fun. And we get the spot of the match for me where Krieger, they're both on the outside at this point. Krieger's beating on Scotty. And then he looks over at one of the fans right in front of us. He grabs one of their hats, puts the hat on, beats Scotty a few more times. And then once Scotty is down, he looks over at them, poses, and then he takes the guy's hat off and wipes his ass with it. What a great sequence. It was so funny.
Remember what match it was. Somebody during an entrance took the fan's hat and threw it into the back row.
I think that might have been next match.
Okay.
That I think it was Nate next match.
Was it Nate? Okay.
I think it was Nate. I don't remember myself. But the point being, we're back on this. Krieger, they get back in the ring, and Krieger hits that beautiful pump kick that he does for 2. It's such a good pump kick. Spear from Scotty, which is a new one for me. I have not seen Scotty pull off a spear. That was cool. Scotty hits a big spine buster, and then he pulls the Kurt Angle gimmick where he undoes his straps and his chest is out. He's all like, he gets fired up. Scotty goes to the top rope. He goes for his moonsault, and he unfortunately misses. Krieger immediately picks him up, and he hits the kill shot for the 3 and the win. Yeah, it was pretty concise. Then we get a bit of post match here. Krieger, 4th match with a show of respect spot. He lifts Scotty's arm, he spins him around. Then he immediately hits another kill shot on him. So it's not only the 4th show of respect, it's the 2nd fake out show of respect on the night. So, and he keeps beating on Scotty. And who comes out but one Steven Styles in his his pink Hitman hoodie, and he, runs
I thought it was
Krieger
an
off.
old school violence hoodie.
No, it may have been an old. I didn't get a good look at it. I thought it was a Hitman hoodie because it was
I thought
pink.
it was an old school violence hoodie, but yeah. But
If they have pink
pink,
old school violence hoodies, I don't mind that.
They do. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he runs Krieger off. He gets the mic from you. He calls Krieger a bitch. And then he says, next show, we're going to show Krieger who's boss, because they're putting their RCW International Tag Team titles on the line. Him and Scotty versus Krieger and a partner of his choosing in a Viking rules match in honor of one Vince Austin.
So that means anything goes. It's going to be utter mayhem.
It's going to be brutal. It is going to be a brutal contest.
I wonder who's the partner.
Who could it be? It could be anyone.
Leave your ideas in the comments below, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll talk about it. But it's gonna be interesting to see who Krieger digs up for this match.
Yeah, it could be someone from his ICW days. It could be someone from a different promotion. It could be someone from BC. It could even be a boat. You know how much Krieger's always wanted one of those. All right, now before that joke, So we move on. Match number 7. It is our first title match of the night. It is a triple threat match for the RCW Canadian Championship. It is Real Talk Dean Richtor versus Nasty Nate Nixon versus your RCW Canadian Heavyweight Champion and mine.
The man from the Yukon. The man from the Yukon. The radsest man alive.
The King of the North, Rich King.
That's right.
So this match starts off with a lot of fun stuff and the entrances. So Nate comes out and he goes for the 5 people in the front, and he looks at most of them are cheering for him. There's one guy in the middle of them that's booing him, and he immediately looks at the guy and he's like, "Well, if I was as ugly at you as you, I'd say I'd hate me too." I'm like, yeah, that's good. That's fucking
Nate.
great.
That's definitely Nate.
That's so Nate. And then he goes even harder, because after he's done his entrance and Dean comes out, and we're like, me and Andreas and everyone in the back row are chanting "Time to Fist." Nate looks over and he looks at the one guy who's also doing it with us in the front row who hates him. And he looks at him and he says, "You look like someone who likes to get fisted."
And the entire time in the ring, Dean is yelling, "I don't fist."
Oh, come on, Dean. You don't have to lie to us. And Rich comes out, everyone's singing "Kiss from a Rose." It's really picking up. People are actually starting to sing it more, which is good, because it's a great song and he deserves it to be sung. So this match, we get a big duplex to take Dean out of the equation by Nate and Rich. And we get to what was originally supposed to be the contest, just Nate versus Rich. Dean managed to make his way in, but now that Dean's out of the picture, we get a bit of a Nate and Rich great sequence of strikes and whatnot. Rich, for the first time ever in my history, I don't know if he's done it before, if anyone's done it before in LPW, Rich blocks the nasty German.
Yeah, I can't say I've seen somebody block a nasty German, at least here in Alberta wrestling, because I've seen it happen with Caesar Suzuki, who hits it over in Stardom, but I've never seen it happen here. We actually saw a nasty German block by Rich King. He just held onto the ropes.
Yeah, he pulled the road dog on that, and he just held onto those ropes. And wow, I mean, if anyone was going to do it first, it would be Rich, right?
Yep.
We get Dean throws Nate onto that row of rowdy fans in the front row, and he just chops Nate on them. It was great. I love that.
Yep.
We get a little bit later. Nate is on the outside recovering, and the guys in the front row, they offer him a Corona, he's like, "You want a beer, man?" And then Nate's like, "Yeah, all right." He takes a good swig of it. He doesn't chug the rest of it, but he takes a good swig and he puts it back down. And I'm like, "Okay."
Did you miss what actually happened?
Did I'm
So
okay.
he was
Maybe I wrote
drinking
it.
on that beer,
Yeah.
taking a breather, and then I can't remember who, somebody hit a move, went for a pin. As they go for the pin, he goes, spits the beer out, slides into the ring, and breaks up a pin.
I must have completely missed that. I'm sorry, Nate.
That was crazy because he realizes he's about to lose the match, spits the beer everywhere, and gives the other person, slides in, breaks it up at like 2.9.
Yeah, okay. I was looking down writing about that, and that's why I missed that.
Yeah.
I apologize. That was cool.
Yeah, it was.
We get a bunch of we get a big chop battle between Nate and Dean. That's pretty fun. Nate eventually manages to get Rich and Dean into a bit of a vulnerable position. Nate goes up to the top rope. He hits his big corkscrew crossbody onto Rich and Dean, and he goes for the pin. I believe he goes for the pin on Dean. But unfortunately, as he's going for the pin, a wild Moondog appears, and out comes Moondog, and he breaks up the pin. Obviously, no DQ, so there's no end to the match. He beats on Nate for a bit, and they eventually boil over to the outside, and Nate hits a big
knee.
Captain Falcon style knee on Moondog.
Nasty knee, yeah.
Yeah.
Nasty knee.
He basically knees him through the curtain, and
so
yeah.
I need to speak to this. So
Please
they
do.
fought into the back. I'm pretty sure they fought all the way into the locker room, and maybe kept fighting. I don't know. But there was out of the group of fans that were in front of you.
Yeah.
One dude just kept looking, and so I kept like looking back and checking. Every now and again, I would look and check, and the guy was. I'm like, no. I just kept going. No, like shaking my head. No, he's not there. No, he's not there. The guy was like wanted so badly for Nate to come back.
Super invested in Nate winning this match.
I was laughing so hard internally, like just trying not to actually laugh on the outside at this guy because just like he wanted Nate back in this match so badly. Like legit, when the finish happened, he was like legit just like kind of mad that Nate never came back out.
Yeah, he was like, "Aw."
Yeah.
Which it's sad because like the most vocal fans besides like me and the other people I was sitting with was what were chanting for like Nate and even Dean. They were chanting for Dean. No one was chanting for Rich. Like, come on, put some respect on his name.
Well, if you cheer for Dean, technically you're cheering for Rich because he works for Rich in LPW. So
that is true.
You're technically cheering for Rich.
That is very true. I'm gonna skip a bit more of
we got some good solid one-on-one for a bit between
really good like last third of this match was Dean and Rich just really grinding each other out. Big kickboxing stuff.
But we'll jump to the end here.
Yeah, we'll jump to the end. Dean hits a big Snapdragon Sioux Fist. Picks him back up and is going for the seismic fist driver. Rich manages to reverse it into a Hurricane Rana, and then that Hurricane Rana gets blocked, so he kind of like rolls back onto his feet, and he hooks him, and he hits a Rich Olympic slam for the 3, and the big win. First big retention for the King of the North. Rich King is still your RCW Canadian champion. Bang.
Did it.
All right. And yeah, there was so much to talk about. That was such a great contest.
Yeah, actually, like really great match. So much fun here. And again, everybody doing so well in here, looking so solid. And yeah, I got to give it up to Rich King again, just showing why he's the King of the North, just showing just this awesome evolution that he's really upped his game this last couple of years into what he's become, that he's so solid as a champion here in RCW.
Oh yeah, for sure. And as we move on to the main event of the evening, give me one moment.
Oh no, dude, don't make this an X-rated show, man.
It's not X-rated. It's fine.
Whoa! I think you saw a little too much.
Don't worry about it.
We have the main event is for the RCW Alberta Heritage Championship. Your champion, Ginha, taking on. This is the most confusing image I'm seeing. But taking on our boy Othias Jones. So we got the Ginha poster with the Ginha 2 with the Othias Jones shirt. Okay, let's go.
You can give me crap all you want, but I love both these guys, so I'm gonna rep both.
I'm not giving you crap because I love both these guys too. That's a great combo to have on.
Super glad that Ginha's back for one night. He's been tearing it up in BC with Thrash and a bunch of other BC companies. He had like a deathmatch tournament recently, which was pretty cool. I think Christian Star was also in that.
I was going to say Christian Star was there.
Yeah. And that was great.
But he won't do a deathmatch here. What the hell?
Well, you give it time. Give it time.
No, he's flat out told me he won't do deathmatches here.
Damn. I guess I'll have to travel over to where he's doing deathmatches then. But yes, so this match, RCW Alberta Heritage match, also a hardcore match. So you know what that means. It's time for Plunder Watch, boys.
So give us the plunder. Let us know what plunder we got in this match.
To be fair, the last time I did Plunder Watch was Sid's Greed's last ride death match.
Yeah.
So this is a significantly less amount of plunder than that. All I have for plunder here, a steel chair, a staple gun, which we will get to later.
Oh. So a staple gun that wasn't working because the safety was on.
Yeah, it was not working because the safety was on. And
Othias turned off and eventually worked, but Othias just said, screw it, we're done with this gun.
Yeah. Barbed wire kendo stick.
Yep.
And a set of closet doors that also did not break because
they cracked. They cracked.
They did crack. Mike was very adamant about how they didn't break and how you should have just gotten the hinges off. But like, come on, it was good. So this match was brutal right out of the beginning. We get a drop kick right out of the gate, and immediately after Othias hits that drop kick, he gets back up right into a bitch slap from Ginha. And I'm like, yes, this sets the tone beautifully. We got Ginha as the battle-tested champion, and Othias, he's wrestled for championships quite a few times. I mean, he wrestled for the championship in his 8th match. But this is like, he's still trying to prove himself to get a title here. So we get that. We get a nice step-up enziguri from Othias with some big chops. Ginha hits his finger-breaking spot. Always love seeing it. Anytime he does it, it's just, it is gut-churning, but it is also amazing to be in the ring. Because he always shushes the crowd. It goes silent, and then immediately break. It's so good. Mm-hmm. I'm going to not skip a lot, but I'm going to try and go a bit faster with this match. We've got, this is the moment where they break the staple gun out and Othias didn't take the safety off, so it just doesn't really work. Then Ginha grabs the stapler. He fires off a couple staples. He doesn't actually put any into Othias. Othias manages to get...
You're shooting him at him from a distance.
Yeah. Othias manages to get the staple gun back from Ginha. Then he goes to give Ginha staples again, and it doesn't work. And this is when he just sort of throws the gun away and is like, we're done with that. I feel bad, but I'm also glad that no one got staples.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Ginha wedges the chair in between a couple of ropes, throws Othias and his head first into it. That gets him a 2 count. Also brutal looking. This is a fun little moment. So Ginha, Othias gets the barbed wire kendo stick. He hits Ginha with it. And I don't know if he threw it and it landed outside of the ring or he kind of like, it just kind of rolled. Okay, he threw it and it landed outside of the ring in front of that row of 5 rowdy fans. And so one of them picks it up, throws it back into the ring. What a nice guy.
He threw it onto the apron. Like, he didn't throw it in, like, over the ropes or anything.
Yeah,
he just tossed it onto the apron. Yeah.
It was just like a gentle toss onto the apron inside the ropes. And I'm like, okay. I'm glad they were having fun. It was good. Yeah, so they punch each other for a while. They beat each other down. Othias manages to get a second wind. Othias throws Ginha through the closet door that Ginha set up. So outside, Ginha puts one end of the closet doors on the apron and the other end on the steel chair that he has waiting outside. He goes and he picks up Othias into a fireman's carry position, and he goes to hit, I think, an FU onto
off of the steel stairs
into the table. Othias manages to get out, and he manages to essentially pick up and push Ginha off of the stairs into the closet doors. They don't break, and Othias takes a minute and grabs Ginha, brings him up to the apron, and then I forget what move he hits here, but he hits him.
Slam!
Yeah, he hits the choke slam. It's a big choke slam on Ginha, and this time it cracks, but the chair breaks and not the closet door.
The table,
the chair breaks.
The whole thing fell off the apron.
Yeah, and all the legs fishtail out.
Yeah.
That was a cool spot though. We get the big finish here. There's a sequence right before it where Ginha hits a power bomb into an. He goes power bomb position up into like a DVD or FU-esque maneuver for two. And I believe it's Othias is down. He's playing possum at this point. I was super enthralled in this match, so if I wrote the finish wrong, please let me know. So he's kind of like down. Ginha goes to pick him up, and we get a surprise roll-up where Mike has a moment where he gets pissed off here, where we get the roll-up.
Like it was a sunset flip.
Was it a sunset flip?
It's like a sunset flip style pin, yeah.
Yeah, it was a sunset flip style roll-up. So Jinha's feet are apparently in the ropes. I didn't see it. But
I didn't either. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. But we get the big sunset flip, and we count 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, Othias Jones is your new RCW Alberta Heritage champion. And the crowd goes wild. Othias is running around the ring. He does a lot of stuff. He pulls a group of kids into the ring first.
No, that was after. So he's celebrating with the championship, goes out of the ring, starts just jump. I'm trying to chase him to give him his title, right? I got the title. I'm running. I literally, because he rolls out on the opposite side from where we were. So I ran over there to give it to him, and he rolled around to these kids, started jumping with. I'm trying to run up to him and give him his belt, and he keeps going, running up to more people. I finally catch up to him, and I'm handing him his title as I'm announcing him as the new champion, and he's celebrating, and he's jumping with fans, and he gets back in the ring, and he starts hitting elbow drops on his title. Then he gets these to come in, these kids who were celebrating as he gets them in the ring, and they're jumping in the ring, and he gets them to do the 6-7
thing. Yeah,
so stupid. It's a mark of the devil.
But it's Othias doing it, so it's forgiven.
It's a mark of the devil according to South Park. So, or the Antichrist. So, but yeah, dude, he's kept. It's just this giant celebration. Everybody's like elated. It was a great time.
He basically hugs every fan that is in hugging distance, and including he hugs you and he hugs me, and then we get a quick picture as you see down there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and then he went around and he hugged even more people. It was so cool, man. I remember watching him celebrate, and I'm just standing next to you, and I just say to you, we are living in a different era of Edmonton wrestling, man.
Yeah, it really is. Please, I really don't want this ever to sound like a slam at anything RCW, but this is a whole different RCW than like 10 years ago. 15 years ago, the RCW I was watching 10, 15 years ago. This is a very different promotion. And again, I think all of Edmonton wrestling has taken this step to like doing this just amazing in-ring quality while also telling these amazing stories. And and giving us these insanely great moments. And I think that the entirety of Edmonton professional wrestling has done that. Not just RCW, but I see it most in RCW because this is the one I've been watching since like 2010, 2009, 2010 somewhere when I started like really following this promotion. I've seen this promotion evolve into just this amazing place of all these different versions of professional wrestling all coming together to create this crazy story. And it encompasses like last month with Rich King getting crowned as champion. Then this month, Othias getting crowned as champion, as the Heritage champion now. Just this, it's the way they're telling like the stories of professional wrestling is amazing, and that's LPW is doing the same thing. Top Talent's doing the same thing. I can't speak for Monster Pro because I haven't been there in a very long time, but like I'm like you can see the evolution that the Edmonton professional wrestling has had, and yeah, amazing.
Yeah, it is so we're living in a great era. We're living in a new era, and I'm so happy that so many of the people that I love in this business are getting recognition, or getting respect, or getting championships. I have nothing but good things to say about wrestling right now.
Me too. Again,
it's
been so much.
It's a beautiful day. We got to get out of here though. So let's move on to the match of the night. I'm going to ask you first, Andre. What did you think your match of the night was? Because I remember it was a pretty hard choice.
I've already made it. Fugazi versus Abbott. I'm sorry. This like I loved everything on this show, but just the way this match rose and fell, and how the crowd just like kept building and building and building and building. I got to give it to it. And the match in ring quality was so freaking good. Fugazi has had the best match I've seen him have since I've started watching him. Harlon just delivers as he usually does, and just absolutely tremendous. I'm giving it to this one.
I respect that. That's a great choice. I respect that. For me, it was again really tough. Honestly, every match on this show is basically an honorable mention. My match of the night, I'm going to have to give it by the narrowest of margins to the triple threat, Rich, Nate, and Dean. It was really well worked. All the spots worked incredibly well. The interference spot was cool with, Nate basically kneeing Moondog through the curtain. That I've not seen that before. Obviously, we get the never before seen someone blocking the nasty German. There was so much to talk about that I had to skip through basically a half of the notes I had. It's so good. Othias was this close. Othias Ginha was this close to taking it, but I think that this match was just worked better, and that it was more athletic and more cool. No disrespect, obviously, to Ginha and Othias. I love those guys, and I am super happy with what they did. But I think this is my match of the night by the narrowest of margins. Yeah, it was a great show. Such a great show.
But the next show coming up is in a couple of weeks, Saturday, November 29th here in Edmonton. And if you are in Calgary, it is Friday, the 28th. Both will be Vince Austin memorial shows. We lost him back in 2024. This is the second annual Vince Austin memorial show on November 29th. So come out and just support a great man who touched a lot, who affected a lot of people, whether it was his in-ring or his general friendship in professional wrestling. Come out and support this and pay tribute to Vince Austin. Us.
Yeah, so do check that out. And yeah, we gotta get out of here.
Quickly. Where can I find you?
All right, where am I? All right, you can find me on Blue Sky at awscomedy.bluesky.social. You can find me on Instagrams at awscomedy, YEG. And you can find the Morphomania podcast where me and the guy that doesn't like Harlon going for too long, and my best friend talk about Power Rangers on the Morphomania podcast at YouTube/at HumanoidFreak2515. And very quick shout out to the Grindstone Theater. Great theater space for upcoming artists of all kinds. There's all sorts of shows there. Please do help them keep the lights on. Go to grindstonetheater.ca/donate. donate what you can. It's a great place, great shows. The next big show I want to plug really quick is Mixtape Improv presents Under the Radar, a big 3-troupe improv show where we get some of the greater improvers in the city throwing up with some troops made by them, with some formats chosen by them. It's going to be a great time, and I will definitely be there. So come hit up your boy if you're going there. You can find all that information there on the website. November 27th. It's what is it? Today's Sunday. 2 Thursdays from now at 9 p.m. 27th at 9 p.m. I'll definitely be there, so do come around and hit up your boy if you see me. Find all the information at the website. I'm done. Andre C, where can they find you, my friend?
You can find me on the X and Blue Sky at that Canada, TikTok, or not TikTok, Instagram and Threads at that Canada dude. You can find me right here on youtube.com/@backbreaker-video. You can also find me over on our local establishment where I do the weekly shows up Point of View, where I chat about sports and everything. We did chat a little bit of professional wrestling this week, where we talked to Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame inductees, chatted about them. We chatted some footy, we chatted some CFL, we were chatting some NFL, did a predictions, all that fun stuff. So check that out there. Sometime in the next few weeks, we will be having a very special edition of Marvel Talk coming out, which we're not talking about the subject quite yet, but it's going to be a very special edition of Marvel Talk coming out, featuring myself, old Ed, Peggy, and maybe some special guests dropping in over the show to talk some Marvel stuff. So come, we're dropping that in the near future. That is being worked out right now. But you can find us. You find all the other content right here from Backbreaker Video. All the great wrestling content, some great matches that did get shown over on Boris's 40-hour Extreme, especially during the CWC block, because Mike has all the CWC footage on Backbreaker Video. A bunch of that was shown over there on that stream, but you can check all that footage out and more at youtube.com/@backbreakervideo. If you want to see Mike live, go to twitch.tv/Mike the Referee. He does AW watch-alongs every Wednesday and Saturday, and I guess pay-per-view Saturdays too. And then you can see all the other gaming content he does live there at twitch.tv/Mike the Ref. If you want the replays of his gaming content, youtube.com/@backbreaker_gaming. One quick shout out to RCW over on, you can check them out on their Facebook page. They get links to their tickets website to get tickets from them.
And also check out the Vince Foster Memorial shows on the 28th in Calgary and on the 29th in Edmonton at the Norwood Legion. Do come support the memory of a great man. And all I can say for that is, can I get a huss for that? Huss. 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 So with that, we've come to the end of another beautiful episode of the Pop Spot. This has been my friend Andre C. I have been AWS. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to subscribe to Backbreaker Media, like the video, comment, do all the YouTube stuff because we deserve it and you do too. And until next time, stay poppin'. Bye-bye.